Hello, this is Dr. Karen Harram with Vibrant Children. Thanks for tuning in to our autism series today. We're going to be focusing on the immune system in autism. Well, the immune system is such an amazing system to me, particularly since my medical education. There has been so much discovered about the immune system. Also, during my medical education in the mid-1980s, the AIDS epidemic was reaching really a horrific peak throughout the Haitian and the gay communities in Miami, and our wards were just full of Haitian and also inner-city African-American babies who were dying of AIDS. Unfortunately, that spurred quite a bit of research in the immune system, but fortunately we have that knowledge today, which we can rely on to help us understand some of the immune factors feeding into the autism story. Well, you can imagine I've had to do a lot of studying about the immune system since the mid-80s. And not surprisingly, the immune system is playing a very central role in this unfolding autism epidemic. Scientists have been finding an association between autoimmune disorders in mothers and a greater likelihood of having a child with autism. In addition, there are immune weaknesses that are being identified more frequently in our affected children. And chronic inflammation is playing a huge role in the debilitating chronic diseases of our Western society. You see, even obesity increases the body's level of inflammation such that the individual is not only more sick, but the babies born to obese mothers are more likely to have autism and other neurodevelopmental disorders. I've made reference to these important scientific studies in the written portion of the blog, and I hope you'll check that as well. Keep in mind that there are a lot of environmental influences on our immune system, including social stressors, changes in our personal microbial makeup. We're full of microbes, and also pollutions like dioxin and even diesel exhaust fumes can really impact the way the immune system is functioning. So if your child has chronic recurrent infections, they deserve an evaluation of their immune system. Warning signs of an immune deficiency can include a variety of things like failure to gain weight or to grow normally, persistent thrush or yeast infection in the mouth after the age of 1, 2 or more months of chronic antibiotic with poor resolution of an infection, or 8 or more ear infections in 1 year. If these are part of your story, please do get an immune evaluation of your child. If your child has eczema, chronic allergic symptoms, food intolerance, or any intestinal symptoms, they deserve an evaluation for allergies. Well, there's some important facts about autism that have evolved recently. Fact number 1 is that Candida albicans overgrowth is found in the stools of more children with autism when compared to non-autistic children. Fact number 2, autistic kids are more likely to have immune reactivity to milk and to wheat, even if they don't have intestinal symptoms. And the American Academy of Pediatrics does recommend a trial of milk and wheat elimination and then a reintroduction to determine if those sensitivities are at play in your child. Fact number 3 is that monocytes, which are a type of white blood cell in kids with autism, are more easily activated and they're harder to turn off and quieten down. Interestingly, many parents have told me that the strategies that I've listed below and I'm talking to you about today really go a long way towards stopping the chronic string of upper respiratory infections that many of these kids come to me with. So I've got some solutions for you. Number 1, I want you to eliminate and then challenge your child with milk and wheat. This is still the best test for these food sensitivities. Number 2, whenever an antibiotic treatment is necessary, you must provide a probiotic supplement to replenish that healthy milieu of microbes in the gut. If a probiotic supplement is not available to you, think about cultured foods like kefir and yogurt. These are an important part of the daily regimen, really for all of us. Number 3, I want you to optimize your child's vitamin D levels well into the 80s. 40 is just not good enough for proper immune function. Number 4, take or give your child fish oils and other omega-3 fatty acids that help modulate or reduce inflammation. Number 5, provide a very potent antioxidant like reduced L-glutathione and quercetin, which will be referenced in the written portion. And number 6, please get some excellent rest. You and your child both need to awaken feeling rested. It needs to be restorative sleep in order to fight infection. And then finally, number 7, avoid toxins. I hope that you will find these 7 important tips helpful in modulating your child's inflammation or modulating their immune system so that they can better fight infectious diseases in our community, in our world, but also to improve the immune imbalances that are present in children with autism. Thanks for tuning into Vibrant Children, and I hope you'll join us for our free live webinar coming up on October 17, which will discuss these matters in greater detail. Thanks again. Bye-bye.